Come on, it's connecting across to YouTube Live. Okay, looks like mainly general, actually. Interesting. Right, okay, that's good. We're going to do some general reading tonight anyway, so that's cool. All right, I'm on YouTube Live. Fabulous. Hello there, people on YouTube Live. I hope you're going well. Hope all is well. Hello, Raphael and Faisal Mahmoud. And there's so far 20 other people. Hopefully that 43 other people. Hopefully that gets above 150. Cool, I won't keep you waiting. Let's get stuck into this, I think. Hello, everybody. My name is Jay. I'm one of the expert IELTS teachers here at E2 Language. If you need any help with your IELTS, check out our website. We have, well, let's just say we've done some pretty good investigative work into the IELTS, and we certainly know how to boost your band scores, right? Cool. In today's live class, we're going to focus on IELTS reading. This is specifically, we're going to look at an IELTS general reading, but this is also applicable to IELTS academic. They're almost identical, right? Almost identical. And the particular question we're looking at tonight is called match features, which is a feature of both the general and academic tests. So let's do this one. So IELTS reading has 11 different question types. Now on test day, you won't get all 11, but you might get, say, 5 or 6 different question types. You need to be familiar with each of them. The one we're doing tonight, as I mentioned, is matching features. It's a tricky one. I've got to say, this is a tricky one. Let me explain it to you. This is what you have to do. Okay. So I've managed to squeeze a lot in on one page. Now, of course, on test day, what will happen is you'll have your passages over here on a separate sort of paper, a separate page, and then the questions, the instructions, the little statements, the features, and the list will be on another page. And this is your answer sheet here, right? This is your answer sheet, which will be a completely different page altogether. I've put it all on one. Let me explain what you have to do. Okay, if you get this type of question, which says something about matching each statement, see up here in the instructions, match each statement. What you first need to do is look at the statements. Number one, what does it say? It says it helped other countries develop their own film industry. What's it? Well, down below here, we have a list of countries. So what we can do is we can rephrase this in our mind to make it a lot easier for us to understand. For example, we can say to ourselves, if we focus on number one, which country helped other countries develop their own film industry? Was it France that helped other countries develop their own film industry? Was it Germany that helped other countries develop their own film industry, etc.? Of course, the answer to this, will be found in the passage. And let's say, for example, that the answer is China, right? It says in the text here that China helped develop other countries' film industries. And you say, okay, cool, it's China. So that's J. Now that's question one. So what we do on our answer sheet is we put the letter J for China. We don't write China, we write J for China, okay? That's how this works. So in fact, at the end of this little mock test that I'm about to give you, your answer sheet will look something like this. Now you might notice that I've used the letter D, for example, twice. Now that is also possible because one country might do two things. So just be careful with that. You can, in other words, you can use the same country more than once, okay? Whoa, tricky stuff. You're probably thinking, I don't like this guy Jay and I don't like this E2 language and IELTS stuff, but trust me, by the end of this, you're going to be able to do this. I'm going to walk you through it step by step, and at the end, I'll show you the answers and I'll show you why they were the way they are. Something like that. Cool. Let's do it, guys. But before we do it, I've got to give you some key tips. Key tips is this. This is good. The statements follow the same order as the text. So statement 1 will be found at the top of the passage. Statement 2, it was the biggest producer of films, will be found next, maybe down. So for example, statement 1, let's say we're focusing on statement 1, this one here, it'll be found around here, right? Statement 2 will be found maybe down here. Statement 3 about here. Statement 4 down here. Maybe for statement 5, we need to turn the page, but the statements follow the same order as the text. That's good. That's good, right? Second key tip is this. Identify keywords or key phrases in the statement and find them in the text. For example, here, number 5, it made the most money from avant-garde films. So we find this keyword avant-garde, we scan read the text, we know where we're up to roughly, and we see the same word or we see a synonym and we know exactly where to find the answer. So it's not too crazy. We can do this. So let's go ahead and do IELTS reading match features. I'm going to time you. You're going to have to read very carefully because there's a lot of distractors, a lot of distracting answers. You can do this. Here we go. You have 2 minutes. I think this is, well, questions 1, 2, and possibly 3 and 4. Let's see how many you get in 2 minutes from these 2 paragraphs. Then we'll look at the next 2 paragraphs. Your 2 minutes starts now. I'll give you a tip. You'll find the first 3 answers here from these 2 paragraphs. Okay, that's 2 minutes. Maybe that's not enough time. I may have underestimated here. Just let me check the answers. How are you going? You're going to need more time. I'm going to give you another 2 minutes because I want you to get this right, right? So maybe another minute. We'll see. Ten seconds. All right, let's move on to the next paragraphs here. So I think we've done number 1, we've done number 2, we've done number 3. So let's see how you go here. There's one more after this. So you might be doing 4, 5, and possibly 6. Let's say you're doing, I'll give you a tip, you're doing 4 and 5 here. You got 2 minutes to find the answer for 4 and 5. Okay. Do you need more time? If you need more time, type in more time into the chat. Padmasari, please go to YouTube Live and watch this. Okay, more time, fine. Let's give you another half a minute here. Whoopsie. If this is blurry, go and watch it on YouTube Live, please. 30 seconds more. Ten seconds. Okay, here's the final 2 paragraphs. So we're finding the answers for number 6 and number 7. I know I told you that they follow the same order, but perhaps number 7 will come before number 6. Anyway, the 2 answers can be found in these 2 paragraphs here. Here we go. Okay, I'll give you a little bit longer there. Just another minute to check your answers. Ten seconds. And Onor Altapamak on YouTube Live. You're correct. 6 and 7 are in the wrong order, but that might happen. Generally, by and large, it's going to follow the same order as the text. Okay, those statements will follow the same order as the text. You may get a little anomaly like 6 and 7 where it's the other way around. But cool, well done. You've just done a match features question in the IELTS. This is probably one of the more complicated question types. Yes, let's have a look at the answers. I'm going to talk you through the answers and show you why they are the way they are. So, it helped other countries develop their own film industry. In other words, which country, France, Germany, USA, Denmark, Sweden, Japan, Russia, Italy, Britain, or China, helped other countries develop their own film industry? Well, the passage says it was, above all, the French who were the most passionate exporters of the new invention, helping to start cinema. Now, that does not say that. It says the same thing, but it uses different words. For example, the statement again says it helped other countries develop their own film industry. The French were the most passionate exporters of the new invention, helping to start cinema in China, Japan, So the answer to number 1 is A, France. So you should have 1A. 2, it was the biggest producer of films. In other words, which country, France, Germany, USA, Denmark, Sweden, Japan, Russia, Italy, Britain, or China, was the biggest producer of films? Well, it says here in the passage at the top of paragraph 2, in the end, it was the United States that was to become and remain the largest single market for films. By protecting their own market and pursuing a vigorous export policy, the Americans achieved a dominant position on the world market by the start of the First World War. The center of filmmaking had moved westwards to Hollywood, and it was films from these new Hollywood studios that flooded onto the world's film markets in the years after the First World War and have done so ever since. It is definitely C, USA. Cool. There's lots of little distracting things in there, but you have to read past them. Number 3, it was first to develop the feature film. In other words, which country was the first country to develop the feature film? Well, this part of the passage says the Italian industry, which had pioneered the feature film with spectacular films like and almost collapsed. So which was the first to develop the feature film? Well, Italy pioneered the feature film. There's your synonym, develop and pioneer. The answer is H, Italy. This is like a game show. I'm enjoying this. Number 4, it was responsible for creating stars. Which country was responsible for creating stars? Now remember, you can use the same country more than once. Let me show you why you can do this. It says NB, note, you may use any letter more than once. So let's read this. Hollywood films appealed because they had better constructed narratives, the special effects were more impressive, and the star system added a new dimension to screen acting. In other words, The USA was responsible for creating stars. So we've got another C there. We've got 4C. How are you going so far? How many have you got right so far? What have you got? What have you got? What have you got? What have you got? Yeah. Oh, Honor. Sorry, bad pronunciation of your name. My apologies. Let's move on. Let's look at number 5. Which country made the most money from avant-garde films? Well, I told you to look for keywords. There's a keyword there in the statement is avant-garde. In the passage, it says, it was also at this time that the avant-garde film first achieved commercial success, this time thanks almost exclusively to the French. So A, France made the most money from avant-garde films. Number 6. Now, this is the odd one that came after number 7. Which country made movies based more on its own culture than outside influences? Well, right at the bottom. Now, you'll notice that we did not use any of this paragraph here. No answers came from this paragraph, and that is possible. Now we're at number 6, and we're reading down here. Which country made movies based on its own culture rather than outside influences? Japan, where cinema developed based primarily on traditional theatrical and to a lesser extent other art forms and only gradually adapted to Western influence. These two things say the same thing, but in different words. Where's Japan here? It's F, so we're going to write F in here. Beautiful. Now we're up to number 7. It had a great influence on silent movies despite its size. Now, there's lots of names of countries mentioned about silent movies, but which one was mentioned with regards to the size of the country? Well, it says Denmark, which played a role in the development of silent cinema quite out of proportion to their small population. In other words, it had a great influence on silent movies despite its size. Where's Denmark? That is D. So we go at 7D. Your answer sheet should say this, ACHCAFD. Please, into the comments below, put your scores out of 7. What did you get? How many did you get right? Mohammed Wadek got them all right. Ahmed Adel got them all right. That's awesome. Well done. Who else got them all right? Let's have a little look in the chat here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got 3, 4, 4. Hold on. We've got 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 5, 4, 7, 6, 6, 5, 4, 7, 5, 4, 7. Pretty good. Well done. It's hard reading. Yeah, it's hard reading, but also trying to negotiate the question itself and putting the pieces together. That's tough. That's tough. So well done. This, by the way, was an IELTS general reading, so it's slightly easier than the IELTS academic reading, but the question type is exactly the same. So whether you're doing general or academic, this was really good practice for you, and that's cool. Right. Just before we go to Q&A, guys, if you have any problems whatsoever with your IELTS exam and you need some help, or if you're freaking out, don't freak out. Go to e2language.com. We have a full online course which teaches you methods, all of the overview lessons, heaps and heaps of practice material, right? Also, you can practice with an E. You can upgrade for tutorials, one-on-one tutorials with ex-IELTS examiners to check your writing or your speaking or your reading, feedback on your speaking and writing as well as you'll be able to join the live classes every Monday to Friday. So that is cool. There's heaps and heaps on offer at E2 Language. Right now, though, I will answer some questions. Let's have a look. Jay, when is your live class on? They're on every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9 p.m. Sydney time. So if you look in Google and you type in 9 p.m. Sydney time, it will tell you in your time zone, okay? Okay, let's answer some questions. It's fun. I kind of like doing that. You can, IELTS can be terrible, but you can make it a bit of a game. It can be fun. Okay, Preeti, if the word count is less in the writing task and we notice after completing the essay, can we draw a line and write along the margins, or should I erase a line or two? You can use arrows. I did that once actually, and that worked for me. That was fine. Yeah, but try not to do that. Try to meet 250 words and not have to go back and put lines and stuff in. Rajni, Jay, can you please suggest how to get more marks in general reading? Practice. But also, more than practice, get methods, get E2 language methods so you know how to answer the question, right? Ruchi, please send your message to help.e2language.com. Rajneet, I need more practice materials for general E2 language. I don't know if you're a member. If you are a member, then if you're not, then plenty of materials at E2. Krishna, I have my test tomorrow. Any last tips? Writing's the most difficult. Go and check out the videos on tips. Type in E2 language tips. Preeti, in the agree-disagree essay, do you agree? The opinion essay, is it a good idea to start to state the opposite view in paragraph 1, then state our opinion in paragraph 2? Doesn't matter. Jay, can you help with writing tasks? Absolutely can. Yes, yes. That's where one of our strengths is, I believe. I'll tell you my little story about IELTS. Oh, I took it 4 times. I thought, oh, I'll take this test. That'll be easy because I wanted to get 9999, right? Because then I thought that would be nice to tell all the students that I can get straight. No. Oh, no. I could get 9s for reading, listening, and speaking. Fine. Writing, holy moly, it took me 4 goes. On the 4th attempt, I got 8.5, and then I quit. I said, that's enough. 8.5 is enough. So I still didn't get straight 9s, but anyway. Surabhi, I gave IELTS last week and I practiced for writing, but the exam time somehow I got blank and I wasted 3 to 4 minutes trying to remember, but didn't remember due to nervousness. How to prepare for that in advance? Look, this is part and parcel of these English language tests, is nervousness, getting nervous. It's completely normal. It's completely natural. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to fight your nervousness. Let it come. Accept it. Accept it. Accept it, but focus on what you're trying to do, right? Your body might be shaking, your heart might be pounding, but just try and focus in on what you're trying to write. Because if you look through your nervousness to what you're trying to write, what you're trying to do, it kind of makes your nervousness go away. When you focus on your nervousness and try to fight it, it tends to make it worse. There's my psychotherapy for the day. Jay, you're the best. Ask for a raise. I've learned a lot from you in E2 IELTS. Well, I'm actually the co-founder of E2 IELTS, so if I ask for a raise, I have to ask myself. When is the live lesson for writing task? Monday and Tuesday. No, Monday and Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday, it depends. 9 p.m. Sydney time. Jay, can I ask to switch speaking topic if I don't feel comfortable? No, you have to speak about the topic you're given. I'm sorry. Thank you, Jay. Your website is very efficient. Yes, I think it's efficient. That's a good word. Are E2 language practice materials genuine? Are they enough for getting a high score? Well, the only genuine practice materials come from Cambridge University, but ours are, what's the word I'm looking for? Replicas. They're very, very similar, right? So yes, that will be very good practice. Jay, in writing, can we write down a plan on the piece of paper? Yes, you can. Just not on your answer sheet. You can write where they give you the question. You can write on that. You can even draw a smiley face. It doesn't matter. I've known matching features questions that are not in the order of the passage. That would be really hard. It's possible, but I doubt it. The ones I just showed you, it would be similar to this. Most of them will follow the order of the paragraphs. Maybe 1 or 2 will be a little bit reversed, but it would be almost impossible to do this task if it's not in the order of the passage. Is it okay to answer in all capital letters for reading and writing? Yes. How can I book a tutorial? If you're a paid member, you click the button in your dashboard that says book tutorial. You'll see a list of days and times. You choose the time that suits you. Surabhi, when are you organizing the next masterclass? Last one was very informative. Well, if you're watching this, we've got some good news. We're going to start E2 Campus. If you're in Melbourne, we're going to run a live 2-day workshop, 1-day workshop. I can't remember, 1 or 2 days in the E2 language headquarter offices with Jamal and me. So yeah, that might be good. We may live stream that, we'll tell you. Rajni, Jay, how do you answer the questions which has 2 alphabet like in advertisement question? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean there, Rajni. Oh no, is it correct common nouns need to be started with a small letter and proper nouns need to be started with a capital letter? Yes, that's correct. Proper nouns as in names of cities or names of people, for example. Okay, YouTube Live. Today was my speaking test and I think I went off topic a bit. Is it a problem? No, it's not a problem to go off topic a bit in speaking. You are not marked on staying on topic, but you do have to speak on topic. Can you show me how did you do the arrows if you haven't reached 250? No, I can't. How much my score go down if not followed the word count? A lot. If you do not reach the word count, you can expect to lose an entire band score, maybe more. What test is good for me if I have writing problems? Probably not IELTS because it marks you very strictly on writing. For matching paragraphs, should we need to read the questions first or the whole paragraph and then look at the questions? What is the strategy for this? Read the statement, then start to read the paragraph. Ah, there it is. Which country? China. Great, got it. So read the statement first, then begin reading the paragraph until you find that part of the paragraph. Good question. Can I ask to switch speaking topic? No. Is it difficult to get an IELTS 5? Depends on your current level of English. Jay, please, when will you do IELTS listening? By the way, you are the best teacher here on YouTube. Thank you, that's cool. Not for a while, but on the E2 Language website, there is listening practice. Jay, can you please... Sorry, I'm pretty sure matching features is on E2 Language, Panima. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. What advice we have for someone who is writing the test tomorrow? Watch the E2 Language essay videos, just one of them. I'll give you a good idea. They're here on YouTube. You can watch them up there. Jay, do you think the computer-delivered IELTS is easier? For writing, yes. For listening, same. For reading, same. For speaking, it's the same because you speak to a person. But for writing, yes. In fact, I found the reading and listening slightly more difficult, but it's hard. I just lost the question. Sorry about that. Oh, it's because I'm at the bottom there. Jay, greetings from Indonesia. Terima kasih banyak, Hilman Agil Satria. Anor, Jay, what sort of reading questions are coming out of order? No, the good thing about IELTS is that the questions typically follow the same order as the readings, right? So let's say you have multiple choice to start with, and the first 5 questions are multiple choice. You can expect to find the answers at the top of the passage and as you work through, you'll find number 2, 3, 4. Then you go to true, false, not given, same thing. The only time it differs and it doesn't follow the order of the paragraph is you'll have a matching, what's it called? Label diagram question. For example, you'll have a picture and you have to label the diagram, and that may come from one paragraph earlier on. So you need to then find that one paragraph that talks about the parts of the machine, for example. And then you found that, then you label the diagram. But apart from that, they all follow the sequence of the text, which is great. Jay, can you do more questions on true, false, not given, please? Yes, I will. I'm doing these reading ones every Wednesday night for the next 10 weeks. Jay, I did my exam and only watched your YouTube videos. Thank you. Cool, that's good. I hope it works. Jay, are your live lessons on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday only for paid members? Yes, they are. So if you become a paid member, even the budget members can join those live classes. Can we mark or underline keywords of the question paper for the reading test? Yes, but probably, yeah, you can. Please pray for me, eagerly waiting for my results. Okay. I took my test and got an overall 7. I believe due to your lessons, I'll get an overall 8. Tomorrow is my official written test. Good luck, Abdi. Jay, greetings from Nigeria. I have a serious issues with the map questions on the listening test. Yeah, they're hard. There's some practice on E2 language, but they're difficult. The key with that one is knowing where the starting point is, right? Because it always takes you back to the start. From the entrance, you head north on Jaffel Street and then make a right. And then it'll say the kiosk is on the left. Okay, so you got that one. From the entrance, you go up Jaffel Street and turn left to find the swimming pool. So it always takes you back to that beginning point. Thanks, Jay. In some cases, reading statements first is not that easy to find the whole paragraph. Yeah, I agree. It's, you have to fool around until you find the right method. Can you please guide me to get all 6? Certainly can. Guys, I'm going to leave it there because I'm exhausted. But thanks very much for coming. I hope it was helpful. Feel free to share this video on your social networks on Facebook or share it amongst your friends. Tell them about E2 language because the more people, the merrier for us. And we also want to get to 100,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do click subscribe. And it'd be nice because then YouTube will send us a little statue and we can celebrate our 100,000 subscribers. Cool. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate it. Hope it was helpful and I'll see you soon.